So Jack has discovered that he alone knows the Beatles catalog suddenly in this universe. And he passes the songs off as his own. No one is aware of this, of course, except for he himself. And so Debra believes that these are his songs, and he has by himself produced the greatest compilation of music ever produced, and she sees dollar signs, and she knows just what a boon he is, and she tries to milk him for all he's worth. My agent sent me the script and said, "There's a part, it's an agent." I said, "Yes." I always wanted to play an agent. I happen to love all of my agents very much, and we're very close. But I find it a fascinating job. And I read the script and I thought, oh my God, this is the greatest script I've ever read. And I still believe that it is the greatest script I ever read. Who wrote this? Oh, sure, it's Richard Curtis. Who's directing it? Oh, sure, it's Danny Boyle, you know. And then I was clawing at the opportunity. I made a bald, graceless grab at this opportunity because, oh my gosh, it's the greatest idea of a movie I've ever heard, greatest execution of a script I've ever seen, and a director who is completely unique and completely incredible. So, yeah, I wanted to be a part of it. In this film, an ordinary man who has been a struggling musician for his adult life discovers suddenly that he's the only person in the world who knows the entire Beatles catalog. And as fate would have it, begins to play these songs because they deserve to be played. And he gets swept up in a collision course with fame and stardom because the songs are just so damn good, as we all know. And for me, as a lifelong, insane, diehard Beatles fan, I think it's a very poignant notion that the world would be a poorer place without these pieces of art. And there are so few pieces of art that you can say that of. But to imagine the world without the Beatles catalog is like imagining a world without, a peacock or a bird of paradise or something, or a rainbow. It's like we'd survive, but it would be less colorful and less poignant. And I think there's something so beautiful about that. Richard Curtis has become one of my favorite people in the whole world, and he's so funny and like really, really funny. And his movies are hilarious as well, but they are grounded in the most heart and romanticism and kindness and celebration of human joy and connection in the world, which is what has made them so not only popular when they arrive, but so lasting. Danny Boyle has also made some of my favorite movies and is one of the most intense, passionate, brilliant guys I've ever seen. And the way that he chooses to shoot something and set up the angles of the cameras is sort of like the last thing you'd think of, and it's the best thing that could be thought of. The way that the movies are so visual, and he's developed this like visual language that just like ratchets up the story so much. He's not just pointing, cross shooting some dialogue and doing a wide shot. It's this amazing way of seeing the scene and seeing the world that I think adds a a whole other dimension to the story and so augments it. And it's such an exciting pairing of the two of them.